76ers 2-0 after winning both games at home. Advantage 2-0 over the Lakers. Minnesota, San Antonio tied at a game apiece.
Getting things started for game 3. He is out. Anunoby, they're hoping it's not a start instead of him. Philadelphia going with the same starting 5 to phase that. Our officiating crew tonight here. Philadelphia controls.
Philly wants to run.
Embiid one-on-one. They send a second body. Repost. Spray it outside. George got it. A 3.
I think if you're going, Nowitzki made that point about Karl Anthony Towns. It's the same with Joel Embiid.
And Hart turns it over. Edgecombe is
well, 4th best three-point percentage in the playoffs.
3 behind just Curry and Thompson.
Well, if Paul George can make a 3 in 80 more games, he can overtake Steph. Absolutely right. Only 80 more playoff games.
7-0 lead for the 76ers. Hart drives it. That banker doesn't go. Embiid a factor defensively. Maxey flick it over. George hot hand. No.
Teams want to run. New York wants to keep the tempo up as much as they can. Embiid now on Josh Hart. Paul George, who did a pretty good job on Towns, will start that way tonight.
Step back Jay. Brunson too strong. Game 2. They were down 99-96. Backdoor. George adjusts and flushes.
That's way too easy. The Knicks have to do a better job on that flex cut.
Protects and scores.
Riding a 5-game playoff winning streak, and a number of those have been blowouts. Hart tried to knock it away. Once again, got his hand in there. Embiid picks up his dribble. Kick it out. Maxey extra. Edgecombe deep corner.
And persistent, he picked up the foul.
9-2 advantage here for Philly. Brunson one-on-one with Maxey. To the corner. Hart misses on a 3-point territory during the regular season. Not so here in the postseason. Maxey lost it. And it's an over.
Great job taking care of the ball in round 1 against Boston. But here against the Knicks, they have struggled.
Obviously no OG Anunoby. What are they going to miss without his presence?
Everything. He has been maybe the best shooter in the play, probably at both ends of the floor.
Karl Anthony Towns gets to the rack to cut into this Philly lead. George bounce it. Embiid partially blocked on the inside. Away with it. Here's Brunson on the move. Stop and go. Brunson all the way. Tipped home by Hart. Early offense, Embiid. Double team. Embiid is fouled. Towns. Philly triggers it. George gets the step on Hart. Nice defensive effort there by McBride. And now it's one-on-one. Shot clock down to 6. George rises up. Connects from the... He's just looked fresher.
He sure has. That jump shot has been pure. We always know he can get a shot. Great size and can play off the dribble.
Brunson drives it. 3 defenders there. Towns with the...
Well, I like it with Towns. I said it earlier. They're going to play you with a small, get your head under the rim.
Look, Maxey. And a step in by Maxey. Anunoby has put up big numbers in the playoffs. 21.4 points per game. Injured his hamstring in the 4th quarter of game 2. So Deuce McBride getting the start.
And Anunoby's done that on 62% shooting and 54%
finish. Pedal to the metal. Edgecombe gets cut off there by Hart. He grabbed his finger. And he's been dealing with some pain there. Embiid one-on-one with Cat. Embiid got it. 17-8 Sixers. Embiid returning after missing game 2 with hip and ankle trouble.
Jumper. Josh Hart was established on that screen, but then got the elbow out.
Inside, Oubre. And Brunson goes down. The jumper in, out, and in again. Towns fake on a 3.
Right side for McBride. Shot clock is winding down. McBride looking for a runway. Pulls up. In and out. Towns close.
3 of his shots.
20-10 Sixers. McBride works over the screen to deal with the rookie Edgecombe. Hart goes down.
Literally every call and non-call.
Mikal Bridges, his numbers have really picked up. Last 3 games, just under 20 points per game. Screen set by Towns. Robinson, who was not available last game. Late scratch with an illness, now in there for New York. Embiid goes between the legs on that feed for Maxey. Oubre, the corner 3 does not run. And it's a heartbreak for New York. For Josh Hart.
Hart great in the open floor, one of the best coast-to-coast guys in the league.
George against Hart, step back. Oh, it's for George. He is 5 of 7 from the field.
Well, game 2, he had 11 points in the first 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's see if he can sustain a little bit better tonight.
Jalen Brunson sticks it from long range. Maxey in motion to the rim. 25-15 Philadelphia. Bridges squares and connects from long range.
Doing better and playing some of the most consistent basketball of the season, guys.
All right, Cassidy, 7-point advantage here for Philadelphia. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Drummond in, Grimes in. George against McBride. George goes to work. Spins.
Did a great job there. Great closeout. Outstanding defense. He's just not big enough. They don't have enough size to guard Paul George.
Brunson works his way into the paint and then loses the ball. Scooped up by in 12. Drummond. Dishing. Oubre. Couldn't touch Knicks. Maxey gets it out for Oubre. One-on-one with Brunson. Tries to anchor down. Oubre. The turnaround, rims out. Forward. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. Brunson the handles. Steps through. And misses on the right-handed baby hook.
Trying to ask.
Robinson on a handoff for Brunson. Just the second team foul for Philly. Shamet now in the game. They'll drive it, fade it, and score.
It's Brunson's pick and roll there, trap deep. But as he got it out, Shamet able to attack and score.
George. Las Vegas Saturday. NBC and Peacock, the Pistons and Cavaliers at 3. Saturday on ABC, Thunder and Lakers at 8:30 Eastern. It's foul in the regular season.
But he's 4 for 9 in this series.
Started hitting corner 3.
Question, he made all 3 of his shots. He's actually, the biggest thing he did is he can defend. You can switch him on pick and rolls, and he can guard just about anybody on the floor.
Knicks are shooting 50% from the field, and that number could drop, but it's at 37%. They are 2 of 5 here in the first. Bridges nearly lost it. Gets it back from Robinson, 8 to shoot. Using the screen, Bridges fades. No, Robinson couldn't grab it initially. Brunson takes the baseline, floats it
in the first 2 games, but it's been a huge part of their offense all year.
The former Knick, Quentin Grimes, misses on a 3. We hit 1 minute to go, opening quarter. Brunson zigzags, feeds it, the former Sixer Shamet. He hits from the corner. 29-25, Sixers up by as many as 12, currently a 4-point lead. Embiid one-on-one, Shamet, who showed for a moment. Joel Embiid now with 4 points. Brunson off the mark, rebounded by Edgecombe. Edgecombe flying down the floor, Euros to the rim, the flip doesn't go. Out to defend Brunson. 10 to shoot. Bridges penetrates, slips inside for 2. Grimes. The corkscrew.
Activity in that outfit.
Al Alvarado is in for New York, so Brunson gets a breather. Karl-Anthony Towns playing with 2 fouls. It's an isolation against Barlow. Start of the second quarter. Clarkson, the push shot, and he gets the roll.
Karl-Anthony Towns right now would rather pass than score, Cassidy.
Maxey floats. Tyrese Maxey now 2 of 2 from the field.
But for the Knicks, that's great that they've limited him to 2 attempts.
And Towns has knocked her in with Alvarado, joined by Hart, Shamet, Clarkson, and Towns. Here's Shamet trying to get the step on Maxey, accelerates. Oh, what a sweep! The Knicks have cut it to 2, just over a minute gone by in the second quarter. Embiid, Maxey, Barlow, Edgecombe, and Grimes, 5 on the floor. Kick, Edgecombe. Hart the box out, what a trick.
Tremendous rebounder, then he pushes in transition.
Oh, and it's Hart.
When he rebounds, he pushes the ball and leads the break, and he can both finish and make plays for others.
First free throws.
Attire, not as much Knick apparel as we saw in the playoffs 2 years ago here.
Missed them both. So the Knicks get a reload. Timer is down to 6. Hart watched by Edgecombe. Switch. Hart to Towns. They're going to run out of time. Too late.
New York is 7. New York has offset that by a great advantage on the board.
Embiid tries the Euro. Towns couldn't grab it. And Grimes took a shot to the face. Oh! Shamet is 4 of 4 from the field. He's got 9 points. It's a 13-4 New York run. We're all tied up. George. Working against Shamet. George had knocked away. Gets it back. Couldn't recover. And the Knicks can take their first lead of the night. Towns. Engulfed by Embiid. Ahead. Maxey can finger roll.
The referees, credit for consistency. They let them each get away with fouls.
So the Sixers go in front by 2. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Hart turns the corner, and he puts it down.
Much of it directed at the referees.
We are tied at 35. Embiid gathers. Embiid kick.
Here's Hart again, leading the break.
Towns fakes on the 3. Met there by George. Hart sees an opening. Kicks it up. Hot hit. No. Back top. Alvarado. Got him. A 3.
Look, this game is super physical. I know the referees push back on this, but anyone who thinks the game is officiated the same in the playoff.
George defended by Robinson, now in for Towns. Grimes outside. Oubre can't hit the 3. Alvarado tried to box out Grimes, but he got his hand on it for the back tap. Swing. Embiid. Robinson doesn't bite on the fake, and Embiid misses from the bench. Now he's hopping off the bench to check in next dead ball. Alvarado defended by Grimes. Robinson tries to set that screen. Embiid comes out. Alvarado beats his man to his spot. Sits. Maxey is in. Lock it up. Throw it down!
By Brunson.
A poster for Mitchell Robinson. Embiid flips it up. He's fouled. Since then, they are 3 of 15. And the Knicks have turned this around. Embiid with Embiid, Maxey, Edgecombe, George, and Oubre. The rebounding numbers are very lopsided. 19-8 Knicks.
Well, it's 13-2. Lead has been built.
7 minutes to go in this first half. Brunson operates, picked up by Edgecombe, and Brunson draws the foul. Jalen Brunson is 2 of 8 from the field, 5 points, first free throw attempts of the evening. averaging 29.5 points per game in the playoffs as a member of the Knicks. And he goes 41-36. Knicks. Maxey over McBride.
Swappers are open.
Embiid on the bench, replaced by Drummond. Circling, Brunson. Swing, McBride. Bridges, drive it. Kick it for Hart. Here. McBride in for Brunson. 2 seconds. 1 second. Brunson launches and hits a three.
Side by Edgecombe.
44-38 Knicks. Oubre, drop coverage. Denied by Robinson. Tracked down by George. Oubre fades. Air ball. Brunson gets the screen from Robinson. Brunson off the mark for three. The races. Maxey bounces. Oubre extra. Driven a three-ball. Air ball. Caught by Oubre. And he's fouled.
It's incumbent that Oubre be able to make plays. He turned it over.
Field. The Sixers are down to 43% shooting. Meanwhile,
in the second quarter, shoot 70%.
Knicks 44, Sixers 40. George guarding Hart tightly on the perimeter. One-on-one, Robinson now vacates the area. Brunson with 5. Good defense. Edgecombe draped all over him. Brunson leans. And a foul is called.
Yeah, it really is, and I'm surprised by that. They seem to me that they're usually a very fair-minded group.
The play in these moments where you can break it down. Brunson's got 11 points, 5 assists. Ball didn't see it coming. Bridges on the break. Bridges drives, flips it up and in. Knicks scored 23 points off of turnovers in game 2.
Huge part of this series. Philly's just got to gather themselves right now.
Oubre get 42. Knicks. We approach 4 minutes to go in this first half. Brunson gives it up, gets it back. Brunson now, swing. Bridges checks the feet, fires. They are shooting 75% from the field in the second quarter. George can't answer. High archer, no. Robinson got his hands on it, tracked down by Shannon. Hart gives it up for Brunson. The lead is now 10 for New York. Brunson maneuvers. Philadelphia jumped out to that early 20-8 lead. The Knicks have outscored the Sixers 46-22. The hustle by Shannon. Oubre goes down and contact. Stay tuned. The Spurs and the Timberwolves coming up. Second half of our playoff doubleheader, the NBA on Prime. The Knicks' advantage is 10. Largest lead either side has been 12.
Philly in zone.
Robinson, the full extension. George, they work it inside Embiid, and Robinson just under 81%.
In shouting distance.
Sixers are in the playoffs for the 8th time in the last 9 years. Brunson, give it up. Bridges swing for Hart. Switch out front. Brunson. Excellent handles. Gets around Maxey. Sets up Bridges.
Open.
And Bridges now has 13. Embiid, the catch. On an island with Robinson. Embiid.
Have to find a way to get some stops, though.
Philly went 24-14 with Embiid in the lineup during the regular season. 21-23 without him. Bridges missed it. The Knicks 56, the Sixers 47. 1:34 to play. First half. Hart swing for Shannon. Bridges loses his footing and a foul on the game. Not shooting it well from three-point territory. A completely different story since.
It's in the paint, averaging averaging 57 in the first 2 games.
Bridges has shot it at 74%. Missed it. Rebound, battle, Corny comes away with it. Hart in the paint on a kick. Under a minute to go now, first half. Bridges off balance, no good. Hart flies in. Bridges fires. That's 2 shooters.
That's 9 offensive rebounds, though, for New York.
Maxey can't hit it. Brunson trying to break away from Edgecombe. Brunson off the hesitation. 8 to shoot. Shot clock winding down. Brunson makes his move. Puts it up and puts it in. Jalen Brunson has put up 15 points. Final seconds. Edgecombe, open look. Oubre at the horn. It bounces in for 3. 10 in the quarter.
Well, for Philly on the defensive end, they've got to shut down the paint, and they've got to do a better job on the glass. And then offensively continue to take care of the ball, but they've got to get back into some offensive flow.
The cross, Brunson, the jump. Game 2 was a back-and-forth affair. 25 lead changes, the most in a playoff game since 2015. Embiid, back outside, George, having a catch with Edgecombe. Once again, it's Embiid. Shot clock down to 4. George lets it fly. Short.
Get a cutter when they come to double team Embiid. They've got to get someone on the cut to collapse that defense to open up shots. Everybody's just standing around.
Towns drives, kicks, McBride off the rim. Towns is there for the offensive rebound. McBride, yes, a 3. Points of the night for Deuce McBride, starting for the injured OG Anunoby. Maxey, hard cut, lob, catch by Oubre and delivered.
Score. If he's not up in the high 20s, close to 30, I don't see how they can beat the Knicks.
Right through the wickets of Towns. Philadelphia trying to take advantage. George, extra, Edgecombe, got it.
But make no mistake, he's the guy that created that basket.
63-57. Towns can't answer it. Lands it off to Edgecombe. Just over 2 minutes elapsed in this third quarter. Edgecombe trying between the Sixers and Knicks. Philadelphia 5-4 in those series against New York. George, stop and pop. Brunson, Hart leaks out. Embiid is lurking. Brunson puts it on the deck. Drives and scores +1. With the Knicks defeating the Sixers in 6 games.
Oh, it was highly competitive, and saw Maxey have big nights.
In the playoffs, the Knicks have the #2 offensive rating. They have the #3 defense.
The ball and let him catch and go.
Right now, Oubre is the high scorer for Philadelphia with 17. Embiid short on a 3. Hart couldn't grab it. Edgecombe does. Lob, catch. Oubre inside, in traffic. Hart now has 10 rebounds. The bullet feed and the floater for Bridges.
Playoffs. He caught that ball, eyes on the rim, was able to make a play.
Maxey, 2-man game with Embiid. He'll drive and stuff it. Rebounds. Hart met at midcourt by George. Timer is down to 12. Hart now on a switch with Embiid. Bridges makes his move. Kick, corner, McBride misses on a 3. Ball is moving. Hart can't hit the 3. Edgecombe.
Towns now 4 offensive rebounds.
Embiid sizing up Towns, gets rid of it. Ball reversal. Maxey penetrates, and it's blocked by
opportunities to attack.
He's 5 of 6 from the field. George has taken 13 shots. Oubre has taken 12. Out of bounds. Because of that score, the Knicks are a +150 in their 8 playoff games. The biggest differential in playoff games.
Yeah, absolutely incredible what they have done. Things really turned around after going down 2-1. It's amazing what a difference 2 weeks will make. 2-1, Knicks fans were in panic mode. Now they're playing the parade.
The banker doesn't. 6 points on 3 of 5 from the field, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. 2K players, the exclusive
voice even more.
Who has started these rumors?
I think it was me.
Yeah, I believe it was. And it started just now.
It did, yeah. So we're going to try to get it going now.
Minute mark of the third quarter. Sixers come in with a #8 offensive rating in the postseason. Maxey gets to the cup. 12 points, 5 assists. Knicks have a 2-0 lead in the series. They've got a 7-point advantage here in the third. Off the stick. Edgecombe leaves it for Embiid. One-on-one with Towns. Hart shades. Cross court. Edgecombe extra. George stops on a dime. Maxey feeding the post. Contact from Towns. Sixers have bounced back shooting the ball in this third quarter. They're 5 of 10. The Knicks are 3 of 10. Edgecombe nearly lost it. Embiid. Loop it in for Robinson, who replaces Towns out with those 4 fouls. Brunson forcing the action. He's creative.
He's got 20.
72-65 Knicks. They blitz. Embiid down the lane. He's got 12 points, just 2 rebounds. Brunson stops, pops, and hits.
5 points in the first quarter, 17 since then.
Maxey tried to shake and bake on Bridges. Gets Embiid involved. And now it's George with 10 to shoot. George trying to turn the corner on Robinson. George fires. Too strong.
Well, George, huge first quarter with 15. And still has 15. Has not scored since the first quarter.
Hart, the jumper, bullseye. And now he's in double figures and a double-double. 10 points, 10 boards for John Hart. George trying to get around him. He does. Sets up Edgecombe, extra feed. Oubre connects for 3. 22 for Oubre. Coming off a game where he scored 19. Hart lost.
Well, they're going to need more out of Paul George. The other night, Paul George, 11 points in the first 4 minutes and 10 seconds and only 8 points the rest of the way. Tonight, he has not scored since the first. He said, well, number one, we rarely challenge in the first half, and if we do, it's going to be really obvious. We can't lose one in the first half. Number two, you can't be emotional. And number three, you can't be rough.
Shannon, the trigger man. Took a lot of time, and he throws it to Edgecombe, and it's showtime. VJ. Spin by Brunson. Give it up. Hart rejected by Embiid. Maxey is running. And foul is called. Shannon trying to defend Maxey. Embiid. Hart is running. Lob it up. Robinson couldn't finish. There's a foul. 29% in the playoffs. And the line drive is good.
That was the...
And it's 1 out of 2.
He was obviously with Embiid or any of your key players, but you could bring in a Drummond, a Bona, somebody like that and go to.
Embiid tried to feed the post, and it's knocked away. Oubre couldn't catch it. Hart forcing the action. Challenging Embiid. Loses his footing.
On the court, Nick Nurse now telling everybody on his bench to just calm down.
Maxey to Embiid. Banker doesn't go. Foul was called on Hart. Seed in the Eastern Conference. They upset the Celtics in 7 games in the first round. Embiid.
Even though he makes it.
Second one for Robinson. Edgecombe way outside. McBride tries to crowd him. Edgecombe to Embiid. Ball fake. He drops to the chest of Robinson. Lost it. Recovers. Rims out. Embiid the offensive rebound. Embiid leans in. All coming this quarter. And again, the first. Makes them both.
Wow, now that's big. You go to the line and make 2. Now
4 rebounds and a block. 80-76 Knicks. Edgecombe cut off. Embiid. It was flat. And now we go under 2 minutes to go in the third. They can't do a hack-a-Mitch.
no, but you can foul him as he comes up to set a pick.
The Sixers shooting 56% in the third quarter. Maxey, they show a couple of bodies to him. Edgecombe fires. Airball on a 3. A minute and a half to go in the third.
Now, you don't want to do it with Embiid on him, but you can certainly foul him right now, changing the matchup. You don't have to quit fouling him. You just can't grab him intentionally.
Bounces off. A combo.
I'm not sure you should get free chicken for Mitchell Robinson missing 2.
No, I don't believe that's part of the rule.
I think it should be.
Maxey, swing it, and misses on a 3.
Yeah,
He's there defensively. Now Grimes gets into his stance against Brunson. 8 to shoot. 40 seconds left in the third. Brunson crosses.
all the contact they've let go tonight. Surprising.
The Knicks went 47-2 during the regular season when leading after 3 quarters. The rookie Edgecombe met by the veteran Clarkson. Edgecombe, drive, Grimes, kick, air ball, caught by Edgecombe, clears for George. Bounces off the rim. Back 10
points for Philly, and Paul George still has not scored since the first quarter.
Clarkson, spray it out, Shannon, on time. NBA playoffs topic, Ask AI mode in Google search. 85-76, New York. Philadelphia with possession, George, high archer, rims out.
George is 0 for 7 since the first quarter.
And Hart just went down hard. Alvarado is in. Works through the double team. Towns shovels inside. Clarkson, no. Comes back out for Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Towns back for Clarkson. Step back, Jay.
To go with 8 points and 8 rebounds.
Stan, the bench is now 25-0 in favor of New York. Edgecombe, kick out. Now Grimes.
When leading after 3, but you go back to game 2 of the first round, Atlanta able to come back in Madison Square Garden.
Edgecombe knocks out.
The only 2 guys in the plus column among the starters, they're +3 with Bridges and plus.
Shannon missing on the first attempt. 71% shooter, goes 1 out of 2. Embiid getting on New York. Edgecombe on a handoff for Grimes. Grimes attack mode. Kick it. Edgecombe will drive it. Knocked away by Clarkson and a turnover. Clarkson gets around Edgecombe. Clarkson to the rim. Trailer is Towns. George. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Lane opens up for Maxey, and the layup goes.
Even let him set.
Maxey fades. It's an air ball. And Alvarado up the floor in a hurry. Hart feeds it to the post. George trying to defend Towns. That's a tough fadeaway. It bounces off the rim, and it's controlled.
Maxey's played all about 1 minute in this game. They have limited Maxey's attempts to 10 after getting 16 a game in the first 2, and he does not have a free throw attempt.
Ball movement, leading action. Oubre can't hit the 3, and Bridges steps in. Picked up by Grimes on his 26th birthday. Gives it up. With the throwdown.
Not way out here, at least. It's just 2. They're too overextended.
And it's back to a 6-point game with just over 7 minutes to go. George defending Towns. Brunson lets it fly. Knicks advantage is 9. Maxey comes back to the ball, gets it back from Oubre with 7 to shoot. Maxey looking for an opening. George, the bullet feed. Oubre is rejected on the inside. They're running a 2-on-1, and Bridges will take it in and draw the foul. He was shaken up on the play. He's now sitting at the scorer's table, walking around now, settling in just above the key.
He has started getting it done at the most important time of the year.
And George, it's not going to count. The foul.
Good call by Ray Best.
And the 4th foul on Hart. We approach the midway point of the 4th. Feed it to George. And
he hasn't scored, and Maxey has not gotten enough volume attempts. Climb back in this one.
And a turnover. Bridges running. Trailing Brunson. Drives it. And scores it.
To Tyrese Maxey, letting him attack.
Foul is called on Shemet.
It's a 3rd New York team foul.
Grimes loses it. Brunson defended by Edgecombe. Bounce it for Towns. Pick and pop. Karl Anthony Towns is off territory. Embiid way outside. He draws Bridges. Kick. Maxey. Extra. Grimes. In and out on a 3-ball. Loses his footing and hurts himself on the play. Under 5 minutes to go. Brunson. Shemet waits. Draws the foul. He has scored 13 off the bench. Now make it 14. He's got the coverage. And then game 5, if necessary, would go back to the Garden on Tuesday.
Bringing the ball, making the extra pass to the corner. That's not going to be good enough.
10 to shoot. George penetrates. Back outside, Embiid. He got bumped there by Bridges trying to create space. Embiid puts it up. Now knocked out of George's hands. Maxey splashes it.
Maxey got back in that play. Was the ball bounced to him? He's got to be more involved offensively.
101-89. Brunson. The banker, the man under.
He certainly does. And he is a great closer.
31 points. Maxey misses on a 3. Grabbed by Brunson. Pedal to the metal. Up ahead. Bridges lays it in. 3:40 to go. They are 5 of 13 in the 4th. George misses from the outs of 14. That's 36%.
And George is 0 for 9 since the 1st quarter.
The Knicks are shooting 64% in the 4th quarter. Brunson nearly busted ankles. Brunson in and out. Picking up the foul. Maxey to Embiid. Uncontested. Throw it. Under 3 minutes to play. Edgecombe goes down on the play. Brunson taking his time. Brunson forced to give it up. Hart, shot clock winding down. Misses from the outside.